Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
Watch. Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to WrestleMania week here on the SmackDown podcast. This is NXT Stand and Deliver Night 2 recap. I'm your hostess with the most, is Katie Baby.
Hey, babe.
Of course, I'm joined by the Shaq to my Kobe, Mr. 8984, because I don't disrespect him by getting it wrong, Kyle. RN, how you doing?
What's good, sis? We're gonna have to change it up because he's probably gone after tonight, I would assume.
You know what? It's okay. We'll figure something out. But, like, listen, before we talk about whatever the hell Takeover was tonight, because it was something.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get the spiel out of the way. You can find us live for the Raw, Dynamite, and SmackDown recaps over on twitch.tv/puttingyouover. You can find the NXT recaps on whatever days, Wednesdays still, time to be determined, on twitch.tv/SmackDown If you miss a live stream, we have the video from the podcast up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SmackDropPodcast. Go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe if you please. Hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. This is the busiest week we've had by far. We're posting at least 7 videos this week. It's a lot, but we only got 3 more left after this. And then we start fresh. Stay in touch with the socials, at SmackDropPod on Twitter. We're trying to revamp the show starting May, June-ish. So you just got to keep an eye out for that. If you like to listen to your podcast, we're on basically every audio podcast platform you can think of. If you like consuming wrestling content but don't like podcasts, you can head on over to WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Check out the amazing articles written by some pretty awesome people. And we have the honor of being the exclusive recap for them. And you can check out their premium content, and then you can, support us by going where, RN?
To patreon.com/SmackRaw podcast. We have 4 or 5 tiers. I always forget.
4
tiers. You can get stickers. You can get t-shirts if Kyle likes you enough. You can get your opinion on our, I guess, bi-weekly now or monthly unpopular wrestling opinion show, so we can grill you and tell you how much your fucking knowledge sucks. But definitely give us a shout. Support the show.
Yeah, and, I've been campaigning for an all-female UWO. Kyle decided to just go, you know what, we'll put that on the back burner because he has a special 420 episode planned, and he doesn't have Kev in it. That's messed up.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
After we wrapped last night, I put their their live up while I was trying to upload everything, and I heard him say that, and I was like, Kevin's not gonna be on this? That's high-key fucked.
Yeah.
It's alright. If he does a female one, he won't even put me on it. I guarantee it. Like, that's the shit he's trying to pull right now. Whatever. But yeah, if you want to give us a video on Popular Wrestling Opinion, whoever's on the panel will tell you if it's trash or if they like it. You'd be surprised. There's some nice people in the world. Sometimes. Allegedly. Alright, RN. Night 2 of Takeover. Overall, how did you feel?
Yeah.
That's
too long, too spotty. Some of them not long enough. Like, I felt like the NXT title match should have got a little bit more time, and it was just it didn't feel like a cohesive show.
Yeah.
It was kind of all over the place.
I definitely think night one was better.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and this being their first two-night takeover, it's kind of sad when your night one kind of just overshines night two. But
It is what it is.
I mean, like the matches looked good on paper too. I mean, the ladder match, the women's tag titles, the North American title, the NXT title, and the unsanctioned match. Looking at that card, you would think this is gonna knock it out the park. It's gonna be banging.
I
Disappointed.
I don't think one match tonight beat any match last night.
I can agree.
Like not one.
Yeah, I mean, like so they started it with the cruiserweight unification ladder match, which I was very excited for. When I found out this was going to be a ladder match, I got very excited. Jordan Devlin's great. One of the best moonsaults in the game by far. That thing was beautiful.
Yeah.
And you have Santos Escobar, who's been holding it down, kind of in NXT when he decides to defend his title or be in TV, but it's fine. It was very slow.
Like, yeah, it plodded along. It was like no like, which is why I wasn't really hype about the ladder match between these two because even though Escobar is a luchador, he's not one of those like high flying luchadors like at all. And neither is Devlin. Devlin is a ground and pound technician. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't do any high flying at all.
Yeah.
Like he never that moonsault, that's a takeover or big match special. Like that's not something you get on a Devlin match. Like most of the time it's ground and pound beating the shit out of him, ending with his suplex. Like
yeah.
This didn't make sense.
I liked the idea behind it.
Right. Like you said, on paper it did.
Yeah.
But the execution of it.
The execution was okay. I'm not saying any match was bad. I'm just saying
no. Absolutely. Completely agree. No match was bad. No match was bad. They just weren't as good as the ones last night.
That's exactly it. I mean, and again, it sucks. Like I was very looking forward to a lot of these matches. I mean, mainly the NXT title and the unsanctioned match. But I mean, we see Santos Escobar becoming the official unified cruiserweight champion with that nasty headbutt into Devlin becoming part of a ladder.
Which that damn ladder, I never seen a ladder explode like that.
Neither
like it exploded like a table, like a wooden table. Like
yeah.
It was. And he was cut too. Like you couldn't really see where he was cut from, but he had blood splatter on his shoulder and chest or whatever. So it was like, I hope nothing like really cut his ass anywhere. Like this just felt like an episode of AEW to me, if I'm being completely honest. Like, and not saying that like in a bad way, but like it didn't feel like a pay-per-view. It was a lot of show and not tell. You know what I'm saying? I guess or.
Yeah, I mean it kind of just seemed like just a normal NXT card, just for a normal night. Like like Takeover Night 1 was still on the USA Network with commercials and everything, picture in picture,
still
whatever.
Felt bigger than this.
It felt way more official, way more Takeover-esque. We were even saying yesterday that Raquel and Io should have had like the stadium type crowd for like that match. Hell, any of those matches yesterday did. So it's kind of I don't know, it kind of just sucks. Like
like it's disappointing as shit.
Yeah, because I was like, this was a lot of like history. First takeover, 2 nights. The women's titles being defended on the takeover for the first time.
And for me too, it takes away a secondary title in NXT UK.
Yeah,
because he's been defending that motherfucker. He's been having some bangers over there for it, and it gave them a secondary title. Because 99% of their roster is 205 anyway.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's technically their intercontinental US belt. So that's another thing too. Like I didn't understand the point in it, but I don't know. Like I said, this whole night was confusing.
I was honestly surprised Escobar walked away with it because
Me too.
like when we were talking about the build for this match and everything, you brought up that UK doesn't have another title. They have Walter, and who the hell is going to go up against him? All their guys are tiny, like Devlin sized. So I wasn't expecting Escobar to win, but now that he is the official cruiserweight champion, we better see some actual matches because Devlin was champ for over 400 days, like 439 or some shit.
Yeah, yeah. And then, like I said, he defended it. Like it wasn't like he was just dicking around over there. Like, yeah, he's defended it maybe 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
And how many times Escobar defended his?
Twice, maybe.
If that. It's NXT, you're dropping the ball, and I'm not okay with it right now.
Right.
It's because they're like, you know what, we're moving to Tuesdays. We can take a break.
Wow.
If that's their mindset, then they need to fix that shit quick because I don't know.
Yeah, it's just too much. Next match.
The women's tag title match. Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart taking on The Way, Candice LeRae, and Indy Hartwell. Shotzi almost died. Let's just talk about that.
Yeah, I even my girlfriend saw it. She was like, "What? What's going on? Is she all right?" I'm like, "I don't know." She just dove in between them, like, and hit the fucking barricade head first.
Yeah, she literally went for a tope in between the underneath Ember's legs because Ember was standing on the bottom or the middle rope, and she just went into the barricade, basically missing Candice and Indy. I was like, "Oh, she died." I was like, "Her neck snapped."
She literally missed both of them. She instead of like hitting both of them, she went in between them, head first into the barricade. Like the ref immediately jumped out the ring to go check on her. That's when I knew it was like, that was word. That's pretty bad. I don't think that was planned.
That was not planned at all. Because like even commentary was just like, "Oh shit!" Like I don't know how to recover from that, and then they obviously did. But I mean, we saw a double eclipse, which was kind of okay. I think Ember basically missed Indy because you know Indy's 6 foot compared to Candice's 5'2", basically. Like, and then Shotzi's senton basically coffin drop off the top, and obviously they win. They retain. Who goes after the titles next? You think?
I honestly do not know. I can't even think of anybody. Because those are really the only 2 tag teams they really have.
I mean, because Casey's still injured.
Dakota and Raquel's the women's champ now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could do Mercedes and what's her name again, but
Aaliyah.
I honestly have no idea. I got nothing.
And that's crazy because when they had the women's Dusty Cup, like all these tag teams were just like out and about, thriving, doing good. A lot of them were thrown together, but like they were working, and now there's like none.
Yeah.
This has turned into the main roster tag team division. Like, what is happening now?
After they made the tag titles too, on top of that.
I just don't get it.
Wait.
What is going on with NXT? It's very disappointing.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep trucking along here. As you can hear and tell, we're not super excited about this.
No, this was just so disappointing compared to last night. Like, it's not even.
Like, we had so much energy, and we had Kyle on, so like, it was a great time, great matches.
It was the main event. The main event drained the fuck out of us. That's what it really was.
Yeah, I'm also just annoyed with Peacock, but that's if that shit happens during Mania, I'm gonna scream. I'm just saying. But it's all right. I don't have to take notes for Mania, so I get to just sit back, relax. I get to be like you and Kev for Mania. So I'm so happy.
Take notes too.
I'm not taking any notes. It's all on Kyle. Next, the third match, we have the NXT North American Championship. Johnny Gargano taking on Bronson Reed. I don't even know how, like...
This is the only match I don't really have too many complaints about. Surprisingly, since I genuinely don't give a fuck about Bronson Reed. But this match went how I thought it was gonna go, and actually they told a hell of a fucking story that I didn't think that they would tell. I thought it would be just some chicken shit, heel shit with Johnny running and Austin getting involved to help him get the win. But I like that they played up the injury angle with him and like saying that, hey, he can't do his moves and be as power based as he normally is because he can't fucking breathe and he can't stop holding his chest. Like they explained it perfectly. Like, hey, he's giving Johnny too much time to recover in between moves because he's hurt.
Yeah.
Like this is probably the only match I don't have a complaint about. Like I actually enjoyed the match and I didn't think that Bronson was going to win anyway, but I think this made him look good. And I mean, like I said, I didn't like. It's not that I hate him. Like he's just not. I don't like him like that. But this match was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't even shit talk him. Like he did his thing. He played off the injury shit very well.
Yeah.
And he also he gave Johnny some fucking moves. And like, yeah, this was probably the match of the night.
Yeah. I mean, Bronson Reed went for a fucking moonsault off the top with hurt ribs.
Right.
And that's a big man. And that's a scary thought. You thought the tsunami was bad.
Shit that made sense. Like he missed it. A 300-pound man is gonna be hurt trying to do that.
Exactly.
So.
It was very good storytelling in this match, and Johnny has to hit 2 one final beats in order to put Bronson Reed down. They did this very well. Johnny's Mr. Takeover. No one can deny that. I mean, his takeover cards are incredible. It holds up pretty nicely to a lot of those matches, which is surprising.
Like I said, I was expecting some straight, just like him running away, Austin Theory being involved throughout the whole match, but it's nothing. He took advantage of him hurting his ribs and he fucked him up. He went after those ribs the entire time, and it's just a testament to, like we always say, how Johnny is NXT. Like,
yeah, it
just flat out
the heart and soul of NXT, regardless whether he's face, heel,
right. The definition of stand and deliver in the NXT dictionary is Johnny Gargano, flat out.
Johnny Gargano is one of the only people who stood and delivered at Takeover Night 2.
Right.
I mean, yeah, that match was pretty good. I'm very surprised because you got to think Bronson's a big man. Johnny's been playing chicken shit heel very well recently, but no, they pulled it out. And kudos, because being the middle of the card too.
They did something extremely different. Like that's not a normal Johnny Gargano match. Like I mean, the quality of it, yes, but not him. Not since he's been a heel has he had a match like that where he targeted a body part and he went after it the whole match. That's normally how face Gargano got over.
Yeah.
And got through a match. So like I'm not mad at it. Like even Bronson, like everybody knows how I feel about him, but like he stood up and delivered. He
did. He
was in there with the best fucking wrestler on the roster and he held his fucking own.
Shout out to this match. Like, they got the shittiest spot on the card.
Yep.
And
they fucking delivered.
Hell yeah. Now, the co-main event, the NXT title, Finn Balor taking on Karrion Kross. I liked what they did with this, storytelling-wise. Having Finn kind of laughing and smiling at Kross in the beginning. Like, taking, like, his attacks easily, focusing on the shoulder.
The point of this, though, is just to show you that it doesn't matter how good someone is. If the opponent is just not up to snuff, it just can't be what it should be. Like this, if Kross was decent at wrestling and halfway good at storytelling, what the two of them could have done together would have been fucking magic. But he's just not there. Like, I don't know why they can't see that and why they think that he is. Because even in the ring, like, every time he did a move, I thought he was going to murder Finn. Like that last powerbomb he got off where he kind of just set him down. He almost lost him, so I'm glad he did it that way.
Yeah.
But just like everything, just like, I don't know. I did like the end, though, where he just pretty much just fucking ground and pounded him till he wasn't moving anymore. Like, that part was dope. The ending, I got that. That's his style. You're showing, you know what I'm saying? He's sticking to his game plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just he's just not on Finn's level. I mean, that's just it.
Yeah, and like the storytelling aspect of it was 99% Finn. And that's
Hmm.
something Finn has been very good at ever since, I mean, his past career, obviously, but while being in NXT, the first go and this go, like, his storytelling has been great. And there was one spot I actually really liked. Like, Cross kicked out of the coup de grace and went straight into a submission. I loved that.
Yeah,
It was subtle things like that, and having like Finn slapping the taste out of his mouth to get him emotional,
twice.
to get him fired up, because Finn kept saying your emotions are gonna get the better of you, or you're gonna get
And
the better
even
of
that
those.
though, like when he finally slapped him, like and Cross went in on him and threw him in the corner, he was like, "This is what you fucking wanted." Like, you know what I'm saying? He literally said that. He's like, "This is what you fucking wanted. You're gonna fucking get it." And he fucking just started wailing on him. So like I said, he did what he could do, but it was just Finn Finn's skills and star power is just way too much, and he's not ready to contribute. Like, not saying that he did anything terrible or that he would like botch anything or mess anything up. It's just you could tell their skill levels are so far apart.
Yeah. Now, I honestly was expecting Cross to get hurt again, and he would have to relinquish the title. Like as shitty as that sounds, because that's exactly
Right.
where my mind went. But where does Finn go? Does Finn stay in NXT, or is he going back to the main roster?
I have no idea because I was expecting Devlin to win and maybe them get together or at least acknowledge, you know what I'm saying? Because Finn trained him. They've been friends for years. Shit, he looks like a little mini Finn
He
for
does.
real. But yeah, I don't know. Like that's my thing too. Like this is the whole reason why Finn was there was for these moments. But if he doesn't have the title, like can he still produce a moment? Which of course he can, but who does he go with now though?
Yeah, I mean, and you can say the same thing about Cross. Who comes up, or who's gonna face Cross next? Are you gonna have? Are you gonna try and build Tommaso and Cross? Keep that story going, like we talked about yesterday with
Right.
Kyle. Like, Champa was out for a little bit because of Cross. You can do that story, but besides that, who else is gonna go against Cross?
I got nothing right now. I have to go back and look.
I mean, you could say Kyle after tonight, but it's gonna be a while because Kyle O'Reilly technically wasn't even medically cleared, which is why this was the match was unsanctioned.
I don't know. Like I really don't know.
I don't either.
Well, I mean, we also too need to kind of throw it back because I'm sure there's going to be a hard reset Tuesday for sure.
For sure. I
And who
mean,
knows who they have coming up? Like I know they signed a couple guys that they're not like super big name independents, but I know they did sign some new people. So
hmm
we'll kind of see what's coming. But
yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I like about after takeovers is everything kind of gets rebooted, restarted.
right,
Because looking at who's champion now and where storylines are, who's gonna go after the women's titles, the tag titles? Who's gonna go after Raquel? Is Dakota gonna turn? Who's gonna face Gargano? Are you gonna keep Dexter Loomis in the story? Same with Cross. Is he gonna have like Tommaso? There's so many different ways they can go. I'm. You're back.
right.
It's alright. It was a split second. It wasn't that bad, actually. Oh yeah. Reek brings up Pete Dunne or Kushida. I mean, you could have Pete go after Cross.
I don't know. I feel like we need to ride that out some. That like we talked about yesterday. I feel like that needs to be a thing to get fleshed out. Maybe the winner of that can be the next up.
Yeah, I mean, again. There's so many different things they can do, but it's all in their hands on what they actually choose to do.
I want some heel on heel because I know Cross isn't technically a heel, but I wouldn't mind him versus Pete Dunne.
Mm-hmm.
Like them both heel, like fucking each other up, trying to break each other down.
Mm-hmm.
And they both have that technical breaking down. I know Cross's is more like MMA style, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind that.
I'd be alright with that match. It's
Right.
just I don't. Karen Cross needs to do something different, because I mean, I, like you were saying, you thought he was gonna kill Finn. I have this fear of anyone being in the ring with Cross is gonna get injured, and that's
I
not
wish
how a
Damian
champion should
Priest had
be.
never went up. I wish Damian Priest had never went up because I felt like that should have been his first challenge.
That would have been great, honestly.
Right. And they both have that MMA kind of style. Like I think they would have beat the shit out of each other, and it would have been dope. But now we gotta wait and see what happens.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to the main event, the unsanctioned match between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly.
Unsanctioned, but you need a ref to count the pinfall.
That's exactly how they've done every other unsanctioned match in NXT. They Now, I don't remember if it was actually an unsanctioned match, but the empty arena match between Tommaso and Gargano, that had a ref. The actual unsanctioned match, because Gargano lost his contract and had to face Tommaso at whatever takeover that was, that had a ref. So it's kind of just their style, but I understand. But
It doesn't make fucking sense.
what?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
It's unsanctioned. But there shouldn't be any pinfalls or anything. It should be technically a last man standing match. Mm-hmm. Whoever can't answer the fucking bell, whoever just can't get up, that should be the end of the match. If you're gonna do unsanctioned.
I mean, I understand that. You understand that. NXT has their own definition of unsanctioned. Theirs is basically just like, if you get hurt, you can't attack us. Like, whatever.
This is just too long and too much. It has some dope spots, like everything. I mean, it was good. It's awesome storytelling, and their chemistry is through the fucking roof.
12 years of friendship and everything.
And they've fought each other everywhere they've ever been, and they've teamed up everywhere they've ever been. So, like, all of that is good, and nothing was wrong with that. But this match was 30 minutes too fucking long.
It was a very long match, and they again, NXT has a habit of drawing out these types of matches, which sometimes is a good thing, sometimes is a bad thing.
But they don't, though. Like, it's just that one example you have. Like, a lot of nothing has been an hour long that wasn't like an Iron Man match, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think if they're gonna keep doing unsanctioned matches, they gotta redefine it somehow,
right?
Because I like the idea. I like Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly beating the hell out of each other.
Right.
A lot of good spots in it. A lot of good storytelling. Like, Kyle barely lifting his shoulder up towards the very end. He, like, a millimeter off of the mat. Like, storytelling like that. Adam hitting the exact same brainbuster that is the reason Kyle isn't medically cleared.
The chain spot where he fucking just clotheslined him with the chain.
Yeah, exactly. Anything with the chain.
Tire iron spot, like all of there was nothing wrong with the action. Like the spots were dope. Like everything was the length of it. Like they could have did all those spots in 30 minutes and not an hour.
I agree.
The match started at like 9:45, right?
Something like that, yeah.
9:45, and it wasn't over till 10:45, 10:50. So like there was no need for this to be. And if you were gonna make it an hour-long match, they should have made it a fucking Iron Man match.
Yeah, I agree. It was too long. The storytelling aspect of it was great. The action was great. You could have cut it down. That's my only complaint about this match, is just the length of it.
No, that's my only complaint about it. Like I said, but the totality of it, this match will get a raw deal for it. But the timing was off on all these matches. Finn and Cross didn't get enough time.
This had too much time.
Yeah, Gargano and Bronson, you could have gone either way, a little bit more, a little bit less.
Yeah.
Like not that, it didn't really affect that, but the women's tag team match, I thought it could have got a little bit more time. Like maybe not going 40 minutes, but maybe 20, 21, you know what I'm saying? Like everything, like, and of course the cruiserweight match, I thought it could have went a little bit longer if it wasn't a ladder match. You know what I'm saying? Like if they had actually had to have a real match. But I just think the timing and the flow of this entire pay-per-view was off, and this was just the shitty cherry on top. You know what I'm saying?
And again, like, it sucks. because again, this was like my match for the whole Takeover card. I have been
me too.
hell bent ready to see this match because Kyle and Adam kill each other every time they go against each other. I was really expecting this to be like, I want to see. I was like, I want to see blood. I want the Ring of Honor type match.
And they had a lot of spots from that Ring of Honor match. I mean, they did. They had a lot of callbacks to it.
And I like that Adam and Kyle do that.
Right.
Which, again, it's the storytelling. The storytelling saved this match, but the time of the match killed it.
Yep.
And
because every time they were working towards something and going towards something and they got there and you thought that was going to be it, they dropped back down and started working on something else. It was like 4 or 5 different spots that made you think the end of the match was coming, so it got you all hyped up and then let you down. And that, when the match is that long, sometimes a roller coaster ride is not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which tonight was that. Like, we had through the stage spot, we had them sitting in the chairs cussing each other out, fucking each other up spot. We had the toolbox spot. Mm-hmm. We had the stairs spot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just kept going and going and going. I'm like,
that stage spot was pretty fucking cool, though. I will say that. It was,
but I feel like that should have been the end of it.
I didn't expect... I saw someone was like, how poorly built is this stage if Adam can just kick the side of it and break it? I was like, true. Right. True.
Or these 2 dudes that are both 100 pounds soaking fucking wet just fall through it. After Bronson Reed walked on it, had Johnny up, carried Johnny on it and everything too, and threw the power bomb and stuff and everything. So that 500 wasn't enough for it to break it, but these 2 dudes weighing 98 pounds was enough to go through it.
I like that you decrease how much they weigh. You're like 100 pounds soaking wet, 98 pounds. I mean, they're small men. I agree.
Yeah. Like, I didn't realize how small Adam Cole is, so he was standing next to Regal. He looked like he was looking at his dad or something. It looked like Regal's teenage son. Get in your room and you don't say shit.
Go to your fucking room. Security has to follow you there because you can't be trusted around your brother. Like,
literally.
Kyle looks like the kid going through his emo phase.
Right.
I love that.
Car. Looks like the kid that steals car and goes into his mom's purse and takes $20.
Oh man.
Go buy Marlboro Reds with it.
Jesus Christ. I do like that they had Kyle go over. They had the stretcher job for Cole, which I thought was clever. Do you think Cole is going to the main roster now?
I don't know. I think so. I mean, I don't know what else he could do there. I mean, there's no more Undisputed Era. You put Kyle over. You've won the belt. I don't know how many times. You've won every belt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think there's anything left for him there.
I just don't want him to go to the main roster.
Oh yeah, he'll be on 205 Live in no time.
And if that happens, he can just take his ball and go because he's done so much for NXT itself. Hell, when NXT was involved in the Survivor Series, he was on every single show that week.
It looked like a fucking star too.
Exactly. So if he goes to the main roster now after this, which I have a feeling he will, make him the star that you know he can be. You know his track record in other promotions. You saw what he did in NXT. Give him that treatment. Don't do what you do to almost every other single NXT call up you have.
I want him to go to SmackDown, but Raw needs him more.
Yeah. But don't put him on Raw. Do some trading or something and get other people on Raw. Put him on SmackDown. They bumped the match to main event. He lost. Cole's moving to the main roster. Reek, I'm allowed to be sad about it. I know that's what's going to happen, but, like, I don't want it to happen. I'm distraught. I don't want anyone to go in.
That's how we all feel. Like, it's just like EO too. Like, and I guess they did like a network exclusive. She was like bowing to the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, well, you gone.
Yeah, that was like her curtain call. I saw that on Twitter today.
Yeah.
That sucks. Damn it. fuck you, main roster.
It's really fuck you, Vince.
Yeah, it's that. It's 100% that. All right, well, that was
A disappointing recap.
Takeover Stand and Deliver Night 2 Takeover. Shorter than our usual Takeover or our NXT recaps by far.
Right.
Like we said, very good on paper, subpar delivery execution. That's a better word. But it's okay.
They did not stand and deliver.
That Night 2 did not stand and deliver.
In any way, shape, or form.
Night 1, hell yeah. Night 2, no. But it's okay. We still have SmackDown tomorrow, which they're basically doing like a mini WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be ass.
There's that, but that's okay, because then we have 2 nights of Mania. Woohoo!
If we were let down this much by NXT, I doubt we have any hope for Mania.
I know. I'm just trying to be positive about it. I mean, I was looking at the Mania cards, and some matches will be good. Hopefully, I'm very just intrigued on their how they're gonna do the main event for night 1. I said my piece about it yesterday about Sasha and Bianca if they end up main eventing.
Supposedly they are. That's what everybody's reporting, even after April Fool's Day.
It's not just like good job guys. No, it's apparently it's real. I don't know. I've said my piece on it. I'm not really for it, and that's coming from someone who fucking loves women's wrestling. So
right. I mean, I'm not for it either, but I'm for it to happen.
I'm yeah.
Because it doesn't deserve to be that main event, but I'm not mad at it being the main event.
Yeah.
Because the match is gonna be raw.
The match is gonna be good, yeah. Because Bianca's a star.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys can complain with us or enjoy it with us, because we will be doing live recaps after both nights. I believe both of them are going to be on Putting You Over's Twitch channel. I don't know. I'm not in charge of it. I'm not in charge of Mania. I'm done hosting for the week. I don't know. That I want an air horn. I'm using the Patreon money. I'm getting myself an air horn. That's what I need. I don't need a boom. I don't need lights. I don't need a camera. I need an air horn.
I'm with it.
Alright, cool. That's all that matters. Alright, thanks everyone who was in the chat. Mainly Reek. Shout out to Reek. Yeah, we'll see you guys. Well, RN, we'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you Saturday.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Long ass week.